Hello everyone, my name is Trung Nguyen and today I'll be presenting on two critical security email protocol POP3S and SMTPS. Throughout this presentation I'll explain what are they, how they work and how to install and configure them on both Linux and Windows and key steps to harden and secure them. Here's an overview of what we will cover. We'll start by comparing POP3 and POP3S, then walk through a step to install and configure POP3S with Dovecot. Next, I'll share some hardening tips. After that, we'll do the same for SMTP and SMTPS, including configuration using IIS and postfix. Finally, we'll conclude with a summary of how these protocols secure email communication, and I'll show you guys my contact information along with a reference page where I got all the information from. Thank you. POP3 stands for Post Office Protocol 3, and it's used to retrieve emails from mail server to a local device. The main issue with standard POP3 is that it uses port 110 and does not encrypt data, which leaves email vulnerable. POP3S, a POP3 secure, solves this by adding SSL or TOS encryption. It performs the same function, downloading email, but does so over port 995, ensuring that your email and login credentials are protected as they travel from the server to the client. To configure POP3S with Dovecot on Linux, we start by updating the system and installing the Dovecot package. Next, we added the main configuration file to enable the POP3S protocol. We require SSL and TLS and set a minimum protocol of TLS 1.2 to ensure strong encryption. We also configure a login to help with troubleshooting and assign a mail directory. Finally, we disable plaintext authentication and turn off the insecure POP3 uh, port 110 while enabling secure POP3S on port 995. Um, if you see my slide with the step 3B, step 3E, and step 3F, uh, highlight in the blue color, those the hardening recommendation which I'll explain after uh, going through all these steps. Next, we generate TOS certificate, which is essential for encryption. Then we restart and enable the Dovecot service to apply all changes. To verify that POP3S is running correctly, we check for port 995 using the SS command and then test the connection with OpenSSL to ensure the encrypted communication is working. For this slide, I have three hardening recommendations. The first one being enforced TOS 1.2 plus and strong cipher, disable plain text authentication, disable POP3 from port 1110, and install fail to ban. And if you guys look closely or be able to go back to my previous slide of installing POP3 with Dovecot part 1, you see that I already integrated the hardening recommendation within the step of installing POP3S. That way, if you guys follow my step, you will be able to do the hardening the system while installing um, uh, hardening application while installing it. That way you guys don't have to go forward and back and make it easier while you're learning. The reason why I don't have to install fail to ban on here is because I ran out of space. But if any of you guys do a quick Google search, you guys will be able to look up the process of how to do that, uh, uh, and be able to figure it out within a step. It take maybe 5-10 minutes. Shouldn't be that hard. Let me know if you guys have any question. Moving on to the SMTPS versus SMTP protocol. SMTP stands for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and it's used to send email. It typically unencrypted using port 25 or 587. SMTPS either secure version adding SSL, TOS encryption, and operating on port 465, while POP3S focuses on receiving email securely. SMTPS focuses on sending them securely, ensuring that sensitive data is encrypted during transmission. Um, Moving on the slide, uh, SMTPS, installing SMTPS with IIS application from Windows. On the Windows server, we begin by installing the SMTP server role and starting the SMTP service. Then we secure the relay to only allow trusted sources. To add encryption, we install Sternal and configure it to listen on port 465, forwarding traffic securely to port 25. After starting the Sternal server and opening port 465 in the firewall, we test the secure connection with OpenSSL. For the Linux environment, we update the system and install a postfix. Next, we create an SSL certificate and configure a postfix for TLS encryption. We enable authentication for outgoing mail and turn on TLS locking for better visibility. In the master configuration, we enable SMTPS, then harden the firewall by allowing only port 465 and blocking the unsecure port 25. Finally, we restart postfix and test the connection. And just like the step in for POP3S, install POP3S with dubcode. Uh, for the step that highlight with blue color, these are the one uh, come with hardening step, which I'll be explaining in the hardening recommendation slide for the SMTPS. And as you can see, step 4A, 4B, 4C, 5, and 6, including the recommendation, which is you gotta be able to do it while installing SMTPS, making it more secure. Um, Unlike installing POP3S with dubcode for SMTPS installation with the Linux, I have several recommendations. The first one being SSL TOS encryption. Second one being setting authentication for outgoing mail, enable TOS login, enable SMTPS in master configuration, hardening the firewall, allow only port 465 in step 6. If you guys need the instruction or see how I do it, just go back to the previous slide and you gotta be able to see step by step on how I put the hardening step within the installing process. In summary, POP3S and SMTPS work together to protect email communication. POP3S secure the retrieval of email, while SMTPS secure the sending process by encrypting sensitive information like login, credential, and message content. They significantly reduce the risk of data breach and man-in-the-middle attack. Um, Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope this helped clarify the importance of POP3S and SMTPS in securing email communication and how to properly configure them on both Linux and Windows platform. If you guys have any question, feel free to contact me at my KSU email tngui390 at student.kennesaw.edu. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.